Hey, everybody, this is Tim with Op-Ed Daily. We've got the battle for the Middle East is ratcheting up another notch. Russia is going to start conducting airstrikes on the border between Syria and Iraq, and it's almost inevitable that eventually Russia will just make its way completely into Iraq. And what kind of a position does that put Barack Obama and our military in? A pretty bad one, and it's actually making the United States look like the liar that it is. You see, the U.S. created ISIS in order to do its bidding and keep its own hands clean. But people aren't stupid, and they could see right through the whole mess. So the United States claim that they've been doing these airstrikes against ISIS, and they've been doing this and that to prevent further expansion of ISIS. But history has shown over the last year or 2 years, the U.S. has actually done nothing to prevent the expansion of ISIS and has actually facilitated their advances all over the region. So Russia coming into Syria to get rid of ISIS puts the United States in a bad spot. But now that Russia has been given permission by the Iraqi government to go in and conduct airstrikes, makes it even worse. Now, like I said before, it is inevitable that Russia makes its way fully into Iraq. Currently, the story is that they're just going to be conducting airstrikes against the convoys because ISIS is pulling back, pulling out of Syria because Russia is completely dominating them in Syria. And I have to say, the show of force that Russia has put out there has actually made the U.S. military look like a plaything. But that isn't to say that they are, because the U.S. military is not being used to its full potential in the Middle East. And why? Because Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, even John McCain, and all the rest of the fools in Washington, they don't want to get rid of ISIS. They don't want to get rid of their boogeyman because then they have to concoct another one, which leads us to more false flags, which leads us to more murder and more death. They would rather be able to keep ISIS around and use them for their evil actions across the globe. But Russia's coming in there, and maybe they have their own agenda that we haven't seen yet. Maybe they have the agenda that they just want to control the Middle East as the United States has. The only difference here is that Russia has permission to do what they're doing. Russia is being asked to come in and clean up the mess that the United States has created. That's the big difference here. And when a country asks you, say, hey, come on in here and please get rid of these monsters that the United States has placed in here, and Russia's already in there, and they have interests of their own in these nations, of course they're going to go in there and do that. Now, the U.S. military is the most powerful military in the world. There is no doubt about that. Absolutely. Our military men and women are trained beyond comparison when it comes to China, Russia, or any other nation for that matter. But they have had their legs cut out from underneath them by the commander-in-chief, by Hillary Clinton, and by everyone else that has any say in the matter. And when a general or a major or anybody else comes out and speaks against this or tries to let everybody know that the military men and women are having their legs cut out from under them, Obama fires them. Gets rid of them. You're not going to work for me because you don't play my kind of politics. That's what's going on here, folks. So the news headlines are that, look at Russia. Russia's awesome, and their military might is absolutely awesome, I will say. They have really revamped their military, and it is absolutely phenomenal what they're doing there, cleaning it up. I mean, they've done more in a month than the United States has done in a year. But that's not because we can't do it. It's because we are not doing it. Obama is not doing it, and it's on purpose. This is by design. They don't want to do it. So Russia coming in there puts us in a really bad spot. Well, puts Obama in a really bad spot because it kind of screws up all of their plans that they've had this whole time. And now Iran looks like just a needle in a haystack. There's no way they're going to be able to get back there unless they do something drastic, because that was their next step after Syria. They got Libya, they got Yemen, they got Syria. They were going to go after Iran, but they aren't going to be able to do that now unless something extremely drastic happens and the U.S. just starts attacking Russia. And likely, if that happens, it would be China. So keep your eyes open, guys. Right now, like I said, the Iraqi government has given Russia permission to conduct airstrikes. But very soon, probably within another month, they're going to be given the go-ahead to go on into Iraq. And our officials, our liaisons between the Iraqi government and Obama, they've come to the Iraqi government and said, well, it's either us or the Russians you need to pick. And they just picked. Because look at what the United States has done to Iraq. And look at what Russia has done for Syria. I don't think it's any great surprise that the Iraqi government would say, you know what, I think we're going to go with Russia. Because you guys seem to have your own agenda, and it does not fit in with the best interest of this nation, that nation being Iraq. So we're going to go with Russia. And I think that's important to note, that while it would seem that Russia's military has just completely dominated this playing field and has made us look like, I don't know, little schoolboys, you have to acknowledge the fact that Barack Obama has chopped our men and women's legs off. They don't have any legs to stand on. They can't do anything over there. They aren't being allowed to do anything to compromise the ISIS proxy army that is the proxy army of the United States. And it's sad. But it's making a mockery of this country, in all honesty. It is going to degrade the respect that we have created around the world. Unfortunately, a lot of that respect has come out of fear, because other nations know that the United States government is willing to do whatever it takes to force its agenda upon everybody else. But eventually, that's not going to be able to stand. And eventually, the world will turn on us. It's happening now. This isn't a conspiracy. We're watching it unfold now. As I speak, it's unfolding. The world is turning on the United States. We have got to elect somebody, anybody with integrity, and anybody with enough rocks or marbles in their head to realize that you cannot go around the world and do this to people and be welcomed with open arms. You just can't do it. So we have got to get somebody in there, and I believe that somebody is going to be Bernie Sanders. He is a man with integrity. He has had basically the same ideology for the last 30 years now, 40 years, if not longer. He never wavers in his beliefs. He believes very strongly in all of the things that he says, because that's what he's been saying since he started in politics so many years ago. Now, it could be another Obama where he gets in there, he says a lot of nice things and everything, it looks like we're going to get change, and then he goes in there and just completely does a 180. But I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the case with Bernie. I know that's what happened with Obama. Obama has lied to the American people. He has done so many horrible things to this nation. It is incalculable, and it's sad. So we really need to elect somebody that is going to bring about the proper amount of change. Well, that's all for now. If you agree or disagree, please leave something in the comments section. Hit the subscribe button, and I will be doing a few more videos throughout the day So keep an eye out for that. Again, guys, that's it for today. This is Tim with Op-Ed Daily. Peace out.